Subscribe now. Don't miss a single moment. Drop your thoughts or memories in the comments. It began on a brisk October afternoon in a quiet town nestled just outside Portland, Oregon. Autumn had splashed the landscape with rich tones of amber and deep red. The crisp air was tinged with the scent of pine and wood smoke. It was the kind of day when life seemed to pause, letting you breathe a little deeper. But reflection wasn't on the agenda for me. I was knee-deep in cardboard, helping my best friend, Jason Carter, settle into his new place. Jason and I had been tight since our teen years. He had that rare ability to lift your spirits when the world felt like it was crumbling. Brilliant, warm, and endlessly stubborn. He just scored a job at a Portland tech company, and I volunteered to help him move in. But he agreed only if I'd help him build this absurdly complicated antique wardrobe he found online. It came in 5 giant boxes, each heavier than the last, with carved wood panels and brass handles. It looked like it belonged in a manor, not in a rundown apartment with squeaky floors and chipped paint. Jason hovered over the biggest piece, frowning at the narrow hallway that led to the bedroom. "There's no chance this fits," he muttered, squinting. I tucked a loose strand of hair behind my ear and smirked. "Just take it slow," I teased. "We'll figure it out." He chuckled, but doubt lingered in his eyes. "I don't know, Amanda. We'll wreck the walls or break it in half. Trust me," I said. "I've done worse." He grumbled under his breath, but we both hoisted the panel carefully, guiding it like it was made of glass. It was huge, easily over 7 feet, with odd corners and delicate detailing that looked like it could crack with a bump. Slowly, we eased it forward. It groaned under its weight. Jason's frustration was obvious. "You good?" "I'm fine," he replied through clenched teeth. "Still don't think this is going to work." "It will," I said. "You just need patience." That simple phrase, spoken softly, seemed to settle the air. There was stress, sure, but a comfort between us two, the kind you build from years of friendship and quiet understanding. We moved in sync, barely speaking, like gears in the same clock. Our hands met occasionally, each touch sending sparks neither of us acknowledged. Finally, with a gentle twist and push, the panel slid through. We exhaled at the same time, exchanging a look of shared triumph. Jason's eyes gleamed in the muted daylight pouring in through the dusty window. "I can't believe we pulled that off," he said. I grinned. "Told you. Just be slow." That moment felt different, like something shifted in our rhythm. A thin wall fell, and something unspoken emerged. But we let it pass, or pretended to. The next few hours were a mess of parts, lost screws and clumsy hands. One panel nearly smashed Jason's foot. We argued over the baffling instructions, clearly translated poorly, but we kept laughing. When we finally stepped back and looked at the finished product, it was more than furniture. It was a monument to our effort, our dynamic, and something neither of us dared label. "Drink," Jason offered, wiping sweat from his face. "Please," I said, collapsing onto his sagging couch. He handed me a beer and sat beside me, our shoulders gently brushing. Silence settled, thick, not awkward, full. "You know," he began, "I couldn't have done any of this without you." I looked over. "You would've. You're just allergic to instructions." He laughed. "No, I mean it. You always show up. Always have." Something fluttered in my chest, an old emotion long asleep. "Always will," I whispered. His eyes caught mine, and suddenly the air between us wasn't just friendly anymore. It hummed with a truth we both felt but hadn't spoken. Jason reached for my hand, carefully, slowly, like I might retreat. But I didn't. I whispered, "Just take it slow." He gave me a smile I'd never seen from him before. Gentle, open. "You sure?" He nodded. "Yeah, I'm sure." And in that tiny room, with boxes still unpacked and the scent of pine and beer in the air, something quietly shifted. No fireworks, no grand kiss, just a look. But it said, Everything. Later that night, as I gathered my things to leave, he walked me to the door. Neither of us wanted to break the silence. We both knew things had changed permanently. As I stepped into the chilled evening, he caught my hand again. I meant it, Manda. About you always being there. I want to be that for you, too. I squeezed his hand softly. Then let's start with breakfast and coffee. Lots of it. He laughed. It's a date. As I walked toward my car, I looked back at him standing in the doorway, and I realized, just like fitting that oversized wardrobe through a narrow space, some things are possible if you take your time. And sometimes the most difficult tasks lead to the most beautiful chapters.